Ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation, buckle up because tonight, we're staring down a desert mirage that's turning into a full-blown sandstorm. What if I told you that the Silver and Black, the team that once terrorized the NFL with the autumn wind and a pirate ship in the end zone, is now idling in neutral on the Vegas Strip? Yeah, that's right. Your Las Vegas Raiders sit at 2-7, not rebuilding, not reloading, just stuck. Like a high roller who hit the slots too hard and forgot where the exit is. But hey, we're not here to wallow. We're here to dissect, to dream, and to rally. I'm your host for this Raiders deep dive, and trust me, by the end, you'll be fired up for that next snap. Let's roll. First off, let's hit the headline straight. No sugarcoating. The Raiders' bold experiment with Pete Carroll calling the shots from the sideline and Geno Smith slinging it from under center? It stalled out harder than a convertible on the 15 freeway during rush hour. What was billed as a revival, a power duo to drag this franchise out of the AFC West wilderness, has instead left us with spinning wheels and a whole lot of dust. At 2-7, they're not just losing games, they're losing momentum, prime talent, and, dare I say it, faith from a fanbase that's as loyal as they come. Remember when Allegiant Stadium lit up like a neon dream in 2020, promising gridiron glory amid the slot machines? That shine's fading fast, folks. Now, let's peel back the layers, because this isn't just about a couple of L's, it's a symphony of systemic snags. Start with the quarterback carousel that's become our national pastime. Geno Smith, the 35-year-old veteran who was supposed to bring that steady Seattle magic, is fading like the sunset over Red Rock Canyon. His completion percentage is hovering around 62%, with just 14 touchdowns against a league-high 12 picks. Inefficient. Understatement of the year. Carroll's old-school, run-heavy schemes, think those Seahawks glory days with Marshawn Lynch rumbling, aren't meshing with a line that's leakier than a Vegas pool party. Sacks. The Raiders' O-line has surrendered 28 already, third worst in the league. Geno's getting hit more often than a blackjack table on a Friday night, and it's killing any rhythm this offense might scrape together. But wait, there's fire in the desert. Let's talk bright spots that make you believe. Max Crosby, oh man, where do I even start? This guy's a beast, a 28-year-old edge rusher who's sacking quarterbacks like it's his day job, and it is. 11 sacks through 9 games, leading the AFC, with 45 pressures that have opposing O-line sweating bullets. Remember his rookie year in 2019, when he burst onto the scene as an undrafted free agent out of Eastern Michigan. That's Raider DNA right there, underdog grit, the kind Al Davis would have loved. Crosby's not just stats, he's the heartbeat, the leader trash-talking on the mic, hyping up a locker room that's seen more turnover than a blackjack dealer. Yet, here's the gut punch. His D-line mates aren't holding up their end. The interior, barely 2 sacks combined. It's like having a Ferrari engine with bicycle tires, relentless pressure from one side, but the whole unit can't close the deal, ranking 27th in total defense. Flip to the offense, and you've got flashes that scream future. Brock Bowers, the second-year tight end we snagged at number 13 last draft. Kid's a mismatch machine straight out of Berkeley. At 6 feet 4 inches with hands like glue, he's hauling in 48 catches for 612 yards, turning short routes into chunk plays that defenses can't scheme away. Think of him as the modern-day Todd Heap, but with that Raider edge. Tough, versatile, blocking like he wants to start a fight in the trenches. And don't sleep on rookie running back Ashton Jeanty, the Boise State phenom we scooped in the second round. This 21-year-old's got burst for days, averaging 5.2 yards a carry on 142 attempts, with 3 scores that feel like they come in slow motion, him juking linebackers like they're standing still. Jeanty's that jolt we needed after Zamir White's injury sidelined him early. He's creating yards out of nothing, reminding me of the great Marshall Faulk in his prime, but with a Vegas flair, flashy, fearless. Tactically, though, it's a mismatch. Carroll's preaching discipline, drawing from his 14-3 Seahawks run in 13, but this secondary's got more holes than a slot machine payout. Communication breakdowns led to 3 pick-sixes in the last 4 games alone. Remember that heartbreaker against the Chiefs last week, where Patrick Mahomes carved us up for 380 yards like it was Thanksgiving? Our corners are playing 10 yards off, and it's inviting dinks and dunks that bleed the clock. Depth. Non-existent. When Christian Wilkins went down with that hamstring tweak, our rotation turned into a parade of practice squad call-ups who couldn't cover a parking lot. Special teams. A weekly adventure. Blocked punts, Missed field goals from Daniel Carlson that's got him at 78% this year, his worst since 19. It's all compounding, turning winnable games into blowouts. To put this in perspective, let's rewind the tape on Raider lore, because context is king in silver and black. This ain't the glory days of the 70s, when John Madden orchestrated that pistol offense to a Super Bowl XI romp over the Vikings, or 83 when Marcus Allen danced 208 yards in the Big One against Washington. Hell, even the Oakland era's wild ride, the Bo Jackson Thunderbolts, the Howie Long sacks that echoed like thunder, taught us resilience. But fast forward, that 2020 Vegas splash with Derek Carr and a shiny new stadium? It fizzled into 8-9 mediocrity. Now, at 2-7, we're staring at our worst start since the 2-14 debacle of 2018 under Gruden. Statistically, it's grim. Dead last in the AFC West, outscored by 112 points, with a turnover differential of -9 that's got us turning the ball over more than a fumbled poker hand. Compared to rivals, the Chiefs are 8-1, Mahomes untouchable, Chargers at 6-3, Harbaugh's grit paying off, even the Broncos are sniffing .500. Our AFC West rivalry, once a bloodbath, feels lopsided, like the old Oakland days when we bully LA, but now it's us taking the hits. And speaking of voices from the vault, let's channel some ghosts of Raiders past. Imagine Marcus Allen, Hall of Famer and Heisman hero, leaning into a mic. Look, I ran behind that 70s line like it was greased lightning. Discipline wins championships. Pete's got the resume, but you gotta adapt, not reminisce. These kids like Jeanty, feed them the rock, let them run wild. Or Howie Long, the trash-talking DE who sacked his way to a 83 ring. Crosby's got my fire, but a D-line's a pack. Lone wolves don't hunt. Get him help, or you're wasting gold. Fictional? Sure, but real as the turf burns at the graveyard. Now, flip to today. I caught up with a source in the locker room. Call him Raider Faithful Anonymous. Man, Gino's a pro, battling out there, but we're yelling for rhythm that ain't coming. Bowers and Jeanty lighted up in practice. Why not game day? Fans deserve better. We're Raiders, not quitters. Even Mark Davis, the owner who's poured billions into this Vegas vision, might whisper in his Silverton suite, "We moved here for glory, not groundhogs. Time to shake the Etch-a-Sketch." Looking ahead, the crystal ball's cloudy, but here's my take. With 6 games left, a 3-game win streak could snag that #1 draft pick. Hello, potential QB savior like Shadur Sanders or Cam Ward, kids slinging lasers out of Colorado and Miami. But if this Carroll Smith ship keeps listing, expect fireworks. Pete's contract? Through 26, but whispers of an OC shakeup grow louder. Gino, trade bait by March, maybe to Seattle for nostalgia's sake. The upside. That young core, Crosby locked in through 27 at $98 mil, Bowers and Jeanty under team control for years, could explode under new blood. Imagine a defensive guru like Wink Martindale scheming around Max, or a fresh OC unleashing Jeanty in a Shanahan